Welcome back to the channel where real tension meets real emotions, where celebrity stories don't just end, they expand, explode and recreate themselves into mysteries that even time cannot silence. If you are new here, smash that subscribe button because today's gist is not just hot, it is melting the internet like candle wax under a burning torch. And if you think you have seen drama before, wait until you hear what fans are saying about Maurice and the breathtaking beauty, Pearl what, after a moment happened that many are still trying to understand, decode and spiritually interpret. Some stories trend because people force it, but this one. It is trending because the moment itself spoke louder than every word. People who never cared about Nollywood updates are suddenly turning on post notification. Movie lovers who normally watch and scroll have now become emotional detectives. And content creators are already sharpening their editing apps, drinking cold water and waiting for more scenes to leak, because what is happening is not normal, at least not to fans. It all began in a movie set environment, one of those locations where actors transform into characters and forget reality for a while. But on this particular day, something happened that looked like acting but felt like something deeper. The camera was rolling, lights were blazing, makeup artists stood alert, sound engineers were locked in concentration, directors whispered instructions, clappers marked takes and retakes, but at the center of it all stood two people that fans are now calling the unspoken chemistry couple of Nollywood, Maurice and Pearl what. Nobody expected anything unusual. It was supposed to be another romantic emotional scene. But what fans saw, replayed, analyzed, slowed down, zoomed in, screen recorded and reposted was not the acting itself, it was Maurice Sam's reaction. Not his line delivery. Not his character interpretation. But his eyes, his breathing pattern, his body language, and the way his composure betrayed him. According to multiple fan uploads, commentaries, and stitch videos, Maurice Sam seemed to momentarily forget that he was an actor performing a scripted scene. The way he stared at Pearl was not the usual on-screen stare, and that was exactly where the internet unlocked a new chapter of chaos. One fan posted, "No be acting be this oh, what I saw is emotional leakage from real feelings." Another commented, "That stare came from somewhere deeper, check well." A third reaction said, "The man's soul left acting and entered reality for 5 seconds." Was it true? Was it imagination? Was it hunger for internet drama? Or was there something existing beneath the surface that nobody had spoken about? Nobody had answers, only reactions. But reactions are sometimes more powerful than facts. Now let's go back to that moment. The actress Pearl what entered the scene not just as a character but as a full embodiment of natural, controlled, graceful beauty, calm, reserved, composed, and delicate like a secret that nature prefers to reveal slowly. She didn't force attention, yet attention obeyed her like soldiers obey a commander. Her costume fitted perfectly, her presence felt soft but powerful, the kind of beauty that doesn't shout yet controls the entire room. The director signaled action. Maurice was supposed to look at her as part of the script. But what fans saw was different. He didn't just look, he looked like a man seeing beauty wrapped in heaven's signature. His eyes didn't blink immediately. His jaw didn't maintain its acting posture. His mind appeared to drift for a second as if the script evaporated and only the woman before him remained. If one looks carefully, one might agree that there are two types of stares in romantic scenes, the stare of an actor executing instructions and the stare of a man who momentarily forgets that the world is still watching. Fans believed they saw the second. One viral comment read, "If admiration was a human being, it temporarily possessed Maurice in that moment." Another said, "He tried to act but his heartbeat betrayed him." Was it accidental? Was it chemistry? Was it normal? Was it professional? Some fans didn't think so. A Twitter repost said, "Look closely, he swallowed small saliva. That one no be script." Another TikTok creator analyzed the blink timing, claiming the blink delay suggested emotional hesitation. People even slowed the clip to 0.2x speed trying to catch micro-expressions. But let's pause, this is not the first time Nollywood fans are interpreting body language beyond what the actors intended. Yet what made this one trend wasn't only the stare, it was how Maurice adjusted himself afterwards, like someone returning from a short unexpected emotional vacation. He blinked, inhaled, pressed his lips together slightly, then looked away softly before regaining his acting momentum. That was what triggered the internet. Immediately after the clip surfaced, captions emerged everywhere. "Ladies and gentlemen, we caught a live emotional glitch. He looked like someone trying not to confess. Pearl is a silent fire." But with every viral moment, arguments followed. Some viewers defended them strictly as actors, saying Maurice is simply a master of emotional performance. Others insisted that the reaction could not be manufactured by skill alone, it must have been triggered by real-life admiration. Meanwhile, Pearl remained calm, quiet, elegant, and unaware that the internet had placed her at the center of an emotional investigation. Her silence made it even more mysterious. One online user wrote, "Her beauty is peaceful, not noisy. And sometimes peaceful beauty is the most dangerous because it melts the strongest hearts quietly." Another commented, "Pearl know they do too much, yet the world reacts. That is real feminine power." Amidst the chaos, fans started digging old videos, pictures, premiere appearances, behind-the-scene clips, interviews, and subtle interactions. Some claim that Maurice behaves differently around Pearl. Others claim that Pearl looks more relaxed when working with him. Still, others believe the chemistry exists only because their acting compatibility is naturally strong. But the part that made fans scream, "He's gone," was the micro-expression change, the tiny natural emotional responses that no director can script. That one detail turned a normal scene into a global emotional puzzle. Some people even went spiritual, saying natural connection cannot be hidden no matter how much acting covers it. Others warned fans to stop shipping real humans like fictional characters. But what makes this gist unstoppable is the mystery. Neither Maurice nor Pearl publicly commented. And silence, especially in celebrity narratives, is the fuel that keeps gossip factories operating at full speed. Some fans insisted that even if nothing romantic exists, there is undeniable artistic chemistry that deserves appreciation. Others argued that Nollywood needs genuine on-screen bonds to elevate emotional storytelling, and if these two bring that, then it should be celebrated. But while the internet continued to break into pieces over that single stare, people forgot something. Moments like that do not just trend for no reason. The audience can ignore dull, ordinary scenes, but when something enters the heart, the mind reacts automatically. Comment sections became emotional laboratories where people tested theories like scientists trying to decode a rare element. Some users began sharing personal experiences, saying that the kind of look Maurice gave Pearl belonged to a category that is impossible to hide when a person encounters a beauty that connects to their subconscious. One viewer said, "There are people you meet that your spirit recognizes before your mind understands, and your body simply reacts before logic interferes." That comment alone received thousands of likes because people felt it, not just read it. Soon, mini-documentaries started appearing online where content narrators played slow violin background sound while dissecting 3 seconds of Maurice's reaction like it was a national emotional puzzle. Relationship therapists teach the moment, saying it is an example of how the eyes speak before the mouth. Even psychology pages joined, analyzing microsignals like head tilt, delayed blink, softened facial muscles, and subtle jaw drop. Was it overanalysis? Maybe not. Was it entertaining enough to keep trending? Absolutely. Then, people began recalling older movie scenes between Maurice and Pearl. Clips resurfaced where he acted protective, tender, or unusually gentle in certain scenes. Suddenly, fans began to suspect that the chemistry might not have started in that particular viral moment. People began connecting dots, whether real or imagined. Someone posted, "Go back to that movie where he wiped her tears, his breathing changed." Another wrote, "This is not new, we just didn't pay attention back then." Then came fan edits, beautifully crafted, emotional TikTok reels using romantic soundtracks, quotes, and transitions. Some were soft and cinematic, while others were chaotic and savage with captions like, "He is not acting, his soul chose her. He is trying to hold himself like a gentleman." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how hearts reveal themselves. People who weren't even Nollywood fans started asking, "Who are these two?" The gist had grown beyond their fan base, it became a social media phenomenon. Meanwhile, Pearl's fanbase grew rapidly during the trending wave. She didn't make any statement, post any clarifying story, or even acknowledge the viral clip. That silence created more curiosity. Many began to see her not just as a talented actress but as someone who holds a mysterious feminine aura capable of commanding attention effortlessly. A viral tweet said, "Pearl is the type of beauty that doesn't need noise. She is not trying to be seductive, she just exists, and people feel it." This description spread everywhere. People started comparing her to international actresses known for subtle and classy emotional presence, actresses who don't try to be perfect but become unforgettable through controlled beauty, inner calm, and emotional depth. Maurice, on the other hand, found himself unintentionally at the center of emotional theories. Fans began to observe him more carefully in interviews, movie premieres, and behind-the-scenes clips. They watched his gestures, laughter, eye movements, and even how he reacted when Pearl was mentioned or present nearby. There were comments like, "His smile changes when she is around. He becomes gentler and more careful. His shoulders relax when she enters a scene." Maybe these fans were reading too deeply into normal human behavior, but one thing is clear, the audience will always detect what they want to see, especially when curiosity becomes entertainment. Then came the whispers of a possible, deep on-screen connection that might not be accidental. Some began referring to them as Nollywood's silent emotional duo, a pair whose chemistry doesn't shout dramatically but rises like slow incense, filling the air until it becomes noticeable. Even movie directors and bloggers joined subtly, hinting that some actors naturally connect more convincingly with certain co-stars. And once an audience senses it, it becomes something that can't be ignored. But the storyline didn't end there. Fans began predicting future scenarios. What if they get cast in a serious romantic drama together again? What if producers intentionally pair them more because viewers love it? What if they end up like some Hollywood co-stars who later married in real life? Of course, these were only public fantasies, but fantasies are powerful, they shape narrative direction online. Meanwhile, the more fans spoke, the more invested they became emotionally. They created imaginary storylines, plot twists, wedding edits, proposal edits, and even fanfiction content. People started shipping hashtags, pairing names, and designing fan couple titles. Some began claiming that their energy was soulmate coded. However, amidst the excitement, some fans preached caution, reminding everyone that actors deserve emotional boundaries, privacy, and personal life respect. They argued that admiration should not turn into pressure because acting chemistry does not always equal real-life romance. But as always, the internet does not operate on caution, the internet operates on narrative, emotion, and curiosity. And that was exactly what continued driving the gist. Meanwhile, Maurice and Pearl continued their work professionally, gracefully, and silently. They gave no hints, no denials, no confirmations, just elegance and consistency. That silence alone became a storyline. Some fans concluded that silence meant confirmation. Others argued silence meant professionalism. Others believed silence meant the mystery should continue. Then another clip resurfaced, not as viral as the first but used as supporting evidence by emotional investigators. In that clip, Maurice laughed while Pearl smiled softly, and observers claimed the laughter felt too real, too natural, too comfortable. Again, this might be an ordinary friendly moment, but fans insisted that comfort is a sign of emotional wavelength. One emotional fan wrote, "Comfort is harder to fake than romance." As days passed, large fan pages began making long video compilations titled Top 10 Signs Maurice and Pearl Share Rare Emotional Chemistry, Moments That Show Something Deeper Exists. Were these moments proof? No. Were they entertaining? Yes. Was the public invested? Completely. Then came discussions about what makes chemistry powerful in acting. Many argued that good actors can create realistic emotions without having real feelings. Others insisted that such authentic reactions cannot be acted perfectly unless something internal aligns. People referenced old Hollywood stories where actors fell in love after working together, and they brought those examples into the Nollywood conversation. But amidst all this, one truth continued to rise. The audience felt something, and once the heart feels something, logic becomes secondary. And the most interesting part. The gist didn't fade, it evolved. More emotional analysis surfaced, some saying that Pearl's calmness is the type that disarms strong men. Others said that Maurice is naturally emotionally expressive and may not even realize when his expressions reveal raw authenticity. Different theories developed like branches of a growing tree. Theory 1, Hidden Mutual Admiration. Theory 2, One-Sided Emotional Sleep. Theory 3, Pure Professional Depth. Theory 4, Spiritual Connection Energy. Theory 5, Destiny Teasing the Audience. Whichever was true, one thing was certain, the world of entertainment had gained another emotional saga. Meanwhile, the clip kept resurfacing through new reposts, new pages, new edits, and newly captioned drama versions. Even people who initially ignored it later went back to watch, saying, "Let me see what others saw." And interestingly, many returned with their own interpretations, some subtle, some loud, some humorous, and some dramatic. A trending TikTok caption read, "We don't always fall in love loudly. Sometimes the first sign is the eyes." Another said, "You cannot pretend where the soul reacts." Whether these statements were accurate or exaggerated didn't matter, what mattered was the emotional entertainment value. And that is how a simple scene transformed into a silent emotional blockbuster. Finally, until either Maurice or Paul releases a direct public statement, which may never happen, fans will continue building this story chapter by chapter, using emotions, imagination, and excitement as their ink. From what started as an ordinary movie scene, a new name has emerged. The star that started a storm. And that storm has refused to die. So until the day truth chooses to speak, fans will continue saying, "He is gone." Meanwhile, content creators are now calling them the soft fire duo, a pair whose connection doesn't explode loudly but burns slowly like ember. Was it love? Was it admiration? Was it respect? Was it emotional accident? Was it fans overthinking? Nobody knows. But what everyone agrees on is simple, that moment was not ordinary. From YouTube to TikTok, from Facebook Reels to status captions, from WhatsApp groups to gossip spaces, the clip has become a topic that refuses to die. Some say directors may pair them more because such chemistry is cinematic gold. Others suggest that professionalism should always maintain boundaries. And some simply don't care, they only want more scenes. As it stands now, Maurice and Paul may not have planned any emotional chaos, but the internet has chosen to make them a viral storyline. This gist is not ending soon. Fans are watching, analyzing, waiting, and refreshing pages like detectives. And until truth speaks, the world will continue to debate. Because some reactions are louder than words. Some stares are longer than seconds. Some moments are bigger than scripts. To everyone reading, keep your eyes open because Nollywood may have just unlocked another unforgettable on-screen bond. Stress Ninja TV outro. Thank you for watching, following and staying tuned to the hottest and most dramatic celebrity updates. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications and stay connected because more fire gists are loading and this chapter is far from over. Stress Ninja TV, signing out, for now.